So this type of problem is just a really simple everyday comparing measurements against different measurements kind of problem. And when we're looking for a difference in measurements, remember we're going to be doing a subtraction. So here is what we've got for our setup. We have a vacuum roll, line roll that's going to be 25 feet long. And then we're going to be cutting a section of vacuum line from it that is going to be 13 5/8 inches in length. So notice first off we have different units, feet, inches. There we go. So our first step is going to be converting them to get to the same units. So I'm going to go ahead and convert the feet to inches because that's going to make the comparison a lot easier. So first, let's go ahead and take care of that. So we have 25 feet and a foot has got 12 inches. And so then that lets me know that we've got 60 plus 240. It's going to be 300 inches. Okay. So now that we've figured out how many inches that we're starting with, we're going to go ahead and perform the difference operation, the subtraction, to see what we're left over with. So we're going to subtract our cut length from our total. And so that's just going to be our 300. We're just going to carry that on over. So we have 300 inches. And we're going to subtract 13 5/8 inches. Now, I'm going to choose to look at this in two separate pieces here, okay? So we have 300 inches and we have 13 5/8 inches. I'm going to separate one off of my 300 inches and I'm going to leave 299 all the same. And I can split this into also another inch, but I'm going to put it over to the side in my pocket, 8/8, okay? So if you notice, if I added these back together, 8/8 is 1 inch, 299, that would go back to my original 300 value, but I'm going to split these up just for the purpose of making math easier, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and subtract my whole number from my whole number. So I've got 13. And then I also have 5/8 inches. That's going to be, attached to my 13 whole inches, okay? So this actually becomes a subtraction problem. It's a little bit misleading because I have these plus signs, so I'm going to go ahead and convert this over since we have that understanding of what that means. So we can see this in an unobscured way. And it's just going to be 299 inches and 8/8 inches. 8/8, excuse me, minus 13 inches and 5/8 of an inch. And so if we're to complete these operations, when we do a subtraction problem with a fraction, remember we're going to leave the denominator the same, but the numerator will change. So our answer ends up being 3/8 of an inch is what's left over from our two fractional inches here. And then from our whole number inches, we have 299 minus 13, and that is going to leave us with 286. So there we go. I know that there's a little bit of, conceptualization that you kind of have to get down to approach these problems, but I think that hopefully that's an easier way to look at it and, will make it a little bit of a simpler process. So there we go.